Hello. Do you ever feel like a guest in your own home? Hi, I'm Jesse, and this is the valiant lifestyle of a blended family dad. Why stepdads feel like outsiders is something that we're going to talk about here. And it's something that I felt. I felt like I didn't fit in when I was in the beginnings, and there's even moments that I have now with in certain scenarios with my wife and my stepdaughter where I just don't feel like I'm a part of that, whatever they're talking about, or that memory or that relationship or something they've done. Before I get into that though, I want to just invite you to subscribe. I want to invite you to subscribe and then hit the like button. And what that does is it helps the algorithm. It helps the audience. It helps you be able to see videos like this more often that are helpful to you as a stepdad. So let's get into it. Why almost every stepdad feels this way is because there's relationships that exist well beyond the relationship that you're in with your wife. And what I found for me is that when my wife and my stepdaughter talked about different things that they've experienced, different memories they've experienced in the past, I didn't feel like I belonged with it. Now, and there's other instances where they will do like little cleanups or activities, play games, board games, and I don't feel like I really fit into that sometimes. And it happens every now and then. Admittedly happens. In that way, that's a specific thing that I've noted, and it could be relevant to what you're experiencing too. Something else that I want to say though is stop trying to earn your place, my man. You do not need to earn or prove anything here other than just to be yourself. What has happened for me in the past is a feeling like I existed but without any sort of proof of that existence of being there. I had no track record, no history with my stepdaughter and my wife. And what I realized was this was coming from a place of lack, coming from a place of insecurity where I felt like I was lesser than or hadn't accomplished myself, hadn't ridden in this relationship, hadn't been there, hadn't had all those memorable times and activities and things that I had done with them. So I didn't quite measure up to whatever they were doing. And that's just not right. Like, that's just not the way it goes. What I've figured out works is that I'm a dad, I'm a stepdad, I'm a spouse, a husband. And I know that. I've ground that right into my constitution. And that's because I've made date days exclusively with my stepdaughter, my daughter, and I've really engaged and taken ownership of, okay, I got to plan some of these activities, some of these outings, so that we get history, memories, experiences. We develop a skill set in a way to be able to talk to one another in a way that we don't talk to anyone else. And that is all formulated, forged, created when I actively participate and do those things. So stop trying to earn your place, because that will drive them further away. Build trust through consistency and leadership. And that's exactly what I just said there is taking ownership. I decided to take ownership for what I wasn't doing. And I was feeling sorry for myself at times when I felt like I was being disloyal to my daughter for not having done some of these things with her. And I went, wait a minute, why can't I do these things with her? Why can't I take her to the lake and we blow up the inflatable boat and we just go for it? I mean, it's not like I'm doing a disservice to her just because I hadn't done it with her first. I mean, there is a loyalty conflict within all that, but it doesn't mean that I don't get to do these things with her and I don't get to build some sort of consistency and leadership within that, because what I do consistently is showing up every night, saying that I'm going to, when I say that I'm going to, or when I'm going to be late. Hey, I'm going to be a little bit late tonight, but being consistent about showing up, and then being there and being present and being a part of my stepdaughter and my daughter's lives, being there with my spouse as well. That is consistency. That is building trust. That is building confidence. That is building their trust, building their confidence. That is the way leadership works. And then what I do is I take ownership of things that I don't get right. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't fully understand what you did there, and I did it completely different, and it wasn't quite right. I apologize for that. Just taking ownership. That is taking leadership in a way where they go, okay, Jesse, Daddy took responsibility for something that, okay, I can do that in future too. Laying the example, the template. That is leadership, my man. You're not alone in all this. You're not alone in all this. And leadership creates belonging. That it certainly does. And what I want you to do, if this calls out to you, I want you to join the Blended Family Dads movement. And what I want you to do with that is I want you to book your free call if this feels like it's resonated with you on a level that you have or you're beginning to get clear on. I'd love that. And what I'm going to say is in the description, there will be a link there for you to book a call and to reach out, join this Blended Family Dads movement. Like, subscribe, share. Let's do this.